In this podcast interview with Emma Creed and Tracy Ellis Ross, she mentioned it took 11 years to get Pattern on shelves. So for 11 years, she was pitching to investors and they kept telling her no. The purpose of her even launching Pattern was because she could not find a hair care brand at the time that worked for her textured hair in its natural state. The two most common things she mentioned that investors told her no were because one, she was an actress. They were like, why would an actress have a hair care brand? You need to partner with a hairstylist. And two, they just didn't get it. Why does there need to be special products for textured hair? What does that mean? What is the purpose of that? I just don't get it. So I want to use this as an educational moment for early stage CPG founders because that was valuable. Those two no's that she got from investors are extremely valuable in this scenario. So an important thing to know about investors is it's not always a no because your ideas suck. Sometimes they literally do not get it. When you are pitching to an investor, understand that these are human beings who also have to relate and understand and believe in your product. So if they don't understand that significance of why a person with textured hair would require a specific product, mind you, this was in the early mid 2000s. This is not now. This is not anything recent. Okay. She said her idea for this product came on the tail end of Girlfriends. So this was like 2007, 2006. And secondly, her mentioning that investors turned her down because she was an actress aren't surprising because this is a time where celebrity brands weren't that popular. Yes, there were celebrity like ambassadors and endorsements, but celebrities full out having their own brands, especially if it was like completely unrelated to their industry, like an actress doing a hair care brand, that didn't really make sense for the time. Because if your plan is to sell a product and you're going to be the face of it, kind of, it needs to make sense why it should be you doing it. In the same way you have to prove to a customer why you are the perfect person to sell them that product, the same thing goes for investors. Just like your customers need to trust that you're the right person to sell them. So I think what is a great lesson here is sometimes you do come into an industry too early. We see this happen all the time in the music industry. One person making some type of music and then a decade later, everybody in their mama making that type of music. So sometimes that might be the case. Investors are not ready for your product. Consumers may not even be ready for your product. It may not just be that it's a bad idea, but it's just not the time for that yet. So if you're an early stage founder and you keep hearing no's from investors, or maybe you haven't even pitched yet, I think this will be an extremely educational podcast episode for you to watch.